If you're looking for the best beginner table saw, here's a list you must see. We made this list based on our personal preference and sorted it based on their features, prices, quality, durability, and reputation of the manufacturers and customer feedback. Also, we've included options for every type of customer. So let's get started. At the 10th position of our list, we have Makita 2705 Contractor Table Saw. For those who are new in the sewing industry, this Makita 10-inch contractor table saw can be a very good way for a kickstart. As a beginner wouldn't know how to use a table saw, but this Makita 2705 can ease up all of their worries with its user-friendly operation. We all know a table saw is comparatively a dangerous power tool, so safety is a top priority. That's why it has an adjustable dual-sided toolless transparent blade guard with an adjustable riving knife, so users can see the blade when it touches the material. There are also two anti-kickback pawls, a big switch, and the electric brake in this saw that not only provides more safety, but also increases its efficiency. With its 15-amp motor, 10-inch diameter 32T carbide tipped blade, and its 4,800 RPM, this saw can rip up to 25 inches of wood. When it's angled in 90/0 or 45/0, it can still rip out 4x of its materials in only one press. So you can rest assured of the strength of this saw. The plain aluminum die-cast, extending table of this saw that also happens to have a smooth and precise rip fence allows the users to make accurate measurements that eventually result in accurate cuts. Besides, you'll have a miter gauge and a scale with a magnifying feature to help you make the most precise measurement. And do you want to know what the best thing is? All the tools mentioned above comes with the saw, including a push stick and wrenches of several types. All the tools such as the rip fence, miter gauge, blade, push stick, wrenches that are required to be used with the saw come with the package. A 15-amp powerful motor provides blade speed up to 4,800 RPM, allows the 32T carbide tipped blade to rip through 4x of materials even when it is angled in 90/0 or 45/0. An easily readable scale with a magnifying lens helps to make the correct measurements along with the help of the smooth rip fence and extending table. Proper safety preparation is taken with the help of the dual-sided toolless adjustable blade guard, dual anti-kickback pawls, electric brake, and the adjustable riving knife. Moving on to the next at number 9 with Rockwell Blade Runner X2 RK7323 Compact Table Saw. Table saw or tabletop saw, no matter what you call it, this is one of the best table saws for beginners. Moreover, it's a lightweight one and as a result, can be carried anywhere. Basically, it is quite different from a typical table saw. We mostly find the table saw with a circular blade, whereas this one has long blades just like that of a jigsaw. You'll be able to use any type of 4-inch T-shank blade available in the market. However, you'll have 5 of them sent to you along with the pack. And the best thing about these blades is that they can be replaced within seconds and also don't require any tools. Due to the use of these blades, miter cutting and scroll cutting are also possible with this table saw in addition to the usual cross and rip cutting capability of its kind. As it is a lightweight table saw, it only has a 5.5 amp motor that provides 3,000 RPM speed of the blade. For this reason, this saw can make intricate scroll cuts. You can cut wood, metal, plastic, ceramic with this saw, but you cannot use it on any large materials or for very heavy tasks. Lastly, there is an on-the-go storage facility within the saw body where you can store rip fences, extra blades, or your miter gauge. The number 8 position is held by Delta 36 to 6023 Table Saw. This saw is similar to the DeWalt DW745, with the difference that this model is slightly heavier. Nonetheless, this is a great saw that a beginner can use to achieve smooth cuts on their woodworking projects. The Delta 36 to 6023 saw has all the features you need to achieve better cuts: great rip capacity, accurate rack, pinion fence rails, and strong build materials. This saw also comes with a powerful 15-amp contractor-grade motor that can drive the blade through most hardwoods. Regardless of the type of cuts that you want to achieve, the chances are that this saw can perform them smoothly and accurately. Next at number 7 we have Gopless Table Saw. While this saw may seem small, it packs a punch. This saw comes with an aluminum tabletop with a 26-inch rip capacity, making it great for going through thick pieces of wood. As a bonus, the blade comes with a tooth count of 36 teeth made with carbide tips, which can achieve smoother cuts. Some other features of this saw include a miter gauge and a rip fence. The GoPlus model comes with a sliding miter gauge that you can adjust from -45 to 45 degrees, and the rip fence can self-align, providing stability and precision on your cuts. As for the table saw itself, it weighs 46 pounds, so it's considerably lightweight. You can set it up easily using its metal stand. One downside of this table saw is that it doesn't come ready to use out of the box. You have to adjust it thoroughly before you get the settings that you want for your cuts. While those features may not be attractive for a beginner, they can certainly work for those who are willing to spend a considerable amount of time reading the manuals. The number 6 position is held by Skillsaw SPT99T018 and 1/4 portable worm drive table saw. This table saw is unique because it provides an all-metal construction. This makes it one of the most durable table saws on the entire list. The Skillsaw SPT99T01 comes with a great precision rack and pinion system that allows for easier and quicker fence adjustments, which provides smoother cuts. You can use this saw for heavy woodworking projects that require hours of work or thick wood pieces, since it comes with a motor that can operate at lower temperatures, which prolongs its health. One of the best things about this saw is that it's relatively easy to use. You don't need a lot of experience to set it up, and you can move it around your job site if you need to, making it great for beginners. The number 5 position is dominated by ShopFox W18 3710-inch open stand hybrid table saw. If you are investing in this ShopFox hybrid table saw, then you should be sure that woodworking is the hobby for you. This table saw is serious money and 3 times the cost of the DeWalt models featured here. It does have everything a woodshop needs. It has a powerful 2 horsepower motor that generates 3,450 RPM. The rip capacity is 30 inches to the left and 15 inches to the right. However, this table saw stays put, so if you want something maneuverable, this isn't it. But the good news is that it has a large table, which means it works well with substantial sheet materials. It also loves ripping through hardwood and cutting dados. It's a hybrid, which means it offers all the stability, capacity, and quality of cabinet table saws, but for a fraction of the price. Unlike the portable table saws, this ShopFox is going to last the distance, and as you grow as a woodworker, it keeps on delivering. You will not outgrow this saw, which means that in the long run, you could be making a wise financial decision. Having a 30-inch rip capacity means that more substantial sheet materials can be catered to, as well as bigger projects. Maybe this is the saw to help you build that decking in the yard? Moving on to the next at number 4 with DeWalt DCS7485B Flexible Table Saw. This DeWalt portable table saw is an ideal tool to learn the basics. It has the power of a corded table saw, but the freedom of battery operation. It has a 24-inch rip capacity and rack and pinion telescoping fence rails for smooth and accurate adjustments. Plus, there's a metal roll cage for added durability. For a beginner table saw, this has everything a novice woodworker could need. It also has a power loss reset to prevent the saw starting up after a power outage is restored. The only downside is that this saw doesn't come with a battery charger. They are sold separately. That said, this saw is light, compact, and above all, easy to master. DeWalt has been clever with the design because they have squeezed a powerful table saw into a lightweight package. Sure, you're not going to be tackling large projects with this thing, but it will handle most sawing tasks around the home. Cordless means it can go anywhere. So, taking the saw on the road won't be a problem, even when there are no immediate power sources. If you are a budding woodworker, it's likely you don't have space just yet for all the tools you will need, so having a compact table saw that's easy to store away is a lifesaver. The number 3 position is held by Hitachi C10 RJ 10-inch job site table saw. If you are looking for a table saw with rip capacity, this is a strong contender. It has a rip capacity of 35 inches, which is better than the hybrid saw we featured. This table saw is portable thanks to the way it folds and the large wheels. It means that you can take it to the job site. It has loads of features, like an electric brake that stops the blade in seconds, an oversized power switch, and telescoping table extenders that give you the ripping capacity. This table saw is more expensive than the DeWalt models, and sits somewhere in the middle for the price. So while it will cost more, it is a great table saw to own and learn on. At the very least, as you grow in confidence, you won't outgrow the saw. Next at number 2 we have Skill 3410-02 10-inch table saw. If you want a table saw to learn on, but have a limited budget, this Skill model is a perfect place to start. It retails at considerably cheaper than all the saws on this list, but it doesn't suffer any less for the price. You get 5,000 RPM, a steel folding stand, a self-aligning rip fence, and a rip capacity of 24 1/4 inches. For the price, this is a lot of saw and one that lends itself well to the novice woodworker. You cannot ignore the fact that this saw is amazing value. It is a lot of saw for the money, and that alone makes it a perfect choice for beginners. More expensive table saws don't come with stands, but this does. And when you consider that as an accessory, a saw stand could set you back over $100, it adds to the overall value of this saw. Finally, the number 1 position is dominated by DeWalt DW745 10-inch table saw. This DeWalt table saw has a 10-inch blade and a maximum RPM of 3,850, created by the powerful 1,850-watt motor. It has a smaller rip capacity compared to the FlexVolt, but the trade-off is that there is no need to buy a separate charger. This saw is lightweight, weighing just 45 pounds. It is compact, easy to store away, and simple to use, ideal for taking it to the job. And best of all, this saw offers a maximum cut depth of 3 1/8 inches at a 90-degree angle and a 2 1/4 inches at 45 degrees, meaning it's perfect for cutting pictures and door frames. The 1,850-watt motor generates all the power you will need to make angles and beveled cuts in wood. The dust collection point means that you don't need to worry about sawdust and debris clogging the saw mechanism. This dust collection point makes it a breeze. This saw has a metal roll cage, unlike some models, so that it can withstand the rigors of the woodshop and on-site work. Also, the roll cage adds stability to the saw and makes it feel solid without increasing the weight dramatically. That's all for today. We upload product review videos every single day. So, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell button for the upcoming video notification.